Are you excited but also nervous about your upcoming face-to-face interview for a role as CRP at Disney World? Check out this video for some major tips. Hey everybody, welcome back to Earning Your Ears with Christina. If this is your first time watching, my name is Christina and I just started my culture representative program, my second one for the German Pavilion here at Epcot at Walt Disney World in Orlando. So most of the messages I recently got was from German applicants because there is an interview about to happen in February. So I get a bunch of messages asking me for tips and what to expect when attending the interview for Disney in February. Now I wanted to share some tips in this video and just general information on what to expect when going to that interview. If you're asking yourself, but why are you making this video in English instead of German? Now here's the thing, most of the interviews are somewhat similar no matter the country. Plus the requirements Disney has is pretty much the same for every single country. Also, I'm pretty sure the information that I'm sharing is valuable no matter the country you're about to represent. So that's why I'm keeping this in English. The information in this video is based on the last interview they had in Frankfurt, October 2018. I did not have to attend the interview because, praise Mickey, they changed the interview routine for returners, so I only had to do an online interview with the recruiting team. But if you're applying for the very first time and you get invited, you have, as a German, you have to go to Frankfurt to attend the interview face to face. And a friend of mine who I helped with the application and the overall process, she attended the interview, and guess what? She got accepted. Thank you. I'll take some credit, but other than that, she did pretty well herself. So this is based on information I got from her, but also gonna throw in some personal experience from my own interview from February 2016. So here we go. The interview is taking place in a hotel in Frankfurt. Obviously, you're gonna get the time and the address from Disney's. So once you arrive to the hotel, the staff from the hotel will guide you to a waiting area where you will be meeting other applicants. So make sure to start talking to them and just getting to know each other, because most likely those will be your colleagues at some point. Once the time approaches to begin the interview, one of the cast members from the recruiting team will kindly ask you to follow them, to get in line, get ready, and get your ID out, because they're about to check your name off of the list that they have and also double check your ID for your identity. They will ask you to go ahead and walk into that other room, because they have a bunch of chairs lined up there where you can have a seat, and you will be facing a big screen. Now the interview can be split up into two parts. Let's say first it's the general part, and second will be the face-to-face personal interview that you will be having with a Disney cast member from the recruiting team. The recruiting team from Disney will start the whole day with a little bit of a pop quiz, so everybody gets a little fired up and excited for the whole Disney experience. But they also do it as a bit of an icebreaker, so people stop being nervous and pay attention and just answer a bunch of questions that they might know the answers to, and just to calm you guys down and just enjoy the whole thing itself. It's nothing too serious. So remember, this is an interview for Disney World. It's not an interview for some kind of posh law firm or like a bank or something. So take a deep breath, relax, enjoy the time, listen what they're saying, and just enjoy being in that moment and having that really special opportunity of being in an interview for a role at Disney World. After the pop quiz and the introduction, the cast members from the recruiting team will introduce themselves to you, so you know who you're talking to, what their job is, and that you just have an idea of the person that you're talking to. Next, they will start a presentation by showing a bunch of videos that are also available online on the Disney career website. So you might be familiar with some of them, but they also will talk to you about what Disney World really is and what to expect, and then compare it to some of the other parks that are all around the world. Because as Germans, speaking here for the Germans, even though you know what Disney is, but you're not necessarily familiar with how big Disney actually is, the whole company, and you're not really familiar with what's in Orlando, what's in Anaheim, how about the parks in Asia. Maybe like most of us just probably have been to Disneyland Paris, some of us even haven't, I still haven't, but not everybody is super familiar with Disney World in Orlando, so they will explain more in detail of how big Disney is here in Florida. So they will tell you more in detail of what it means working in merchandise. They will tell you about what it means working in food and beverage. For some of the other countries, like Norway, for example, you guys have an attraction in the pavilion, but we Germans don't. Neither do the people from UK, but like Canada has an attraction. So depending on the country that you're from, you might have an option to choose from different types of roles. After they give you a better idea of what's like working in those different roles, they will also give you really important information about things like healthcare, and they will talk about the payroll, how much you will earn an hour, what about vacation time, what about sick days. They go more into detail of what's like working for Disney in a different country and for a major corporation, so they will give you more information about that. Next big point is going to be the Disney look. So they will talk in detail what the Disney look is, what it means, why they have the Disney look, and what's so special about it. Because the Disney look is such a big topic, I will not go into detail about it, but there's so much information online available about it. So just Google it, make sure to watch a few videos, but Disney, I believe, has also the Disney look. But Disney also has the Disney look covered on their website that I will link down below. So you, of course, will not only work for Disney, but you will also live there. Well, not in the castle, not in Magic Kingdom, but talking more in detail about the housing situation here at Lake Buena Vista, and what to expect living here, living and working here for Disney World, about what kind of apartment choices you have and how big they are, what kind of furniture they have inside, and all that good stuff. They will also tell you that they have a bus system for cast members participating in any of the programs and living at Disney housing. So there's a bus system that goes from the housing complexes to every single one of the parks, because people need to get to work. Of course, after every major topic they talked about, they will ask you if you have any questions. So if they didn't cover anything or you didn't understand something particular, you're always more than welcome to ask and they will answer your question. That's when the general part of the interview is over and the personal face-to-face interview will start. Now, apparently you are able to sort of book your own face-to-face appointment, at least the time. at some point before or during that whole application process. If you've not chosen the time, that's okay. They schedule as time for you. So if you have plenty of time between the general interview and your own personal face-to-face interview, you can leave the hotel, maybe get some coffee or some food, depending on how much time you have. Some of you might only have a couple of minutes until your interview, so you're expected to stay within the waiting area until your interview starts. They will ask you into an extra room where each cast member has a table set up for themselves, and that's where you will be having an interview, just a one-on-one with one of the cast members. The interview, of course, is going to be in English, so make sure to prepare for it and brush up on that vocabulary, because it's going to be in English, because those cast members that you're talking to, they are here from Orlando. They usually work for Disney here on property. The interview can last from anything like 5 minutes up to like 20 minutes. It depends on many factors, like your English. Are you able to understand and communicate fluently, or do you understand the question that you're asked right away? Sometimes it just depends if you, for example, clicked with the person that is interviewing you and you're doing a bunch of small talk. I know when I had my face-to-face interview, so he asked me how come a German did the American college program. So I told him my story about the whole university situation, me studying abroad and then getting the opportunity to do it. So we were kind of busy talking. That was a lot of fun, and we did a lot of small talk. Now they will ask you a few questions, as in, have you ever worked with customers or guests, like guest relations or customer service? If you have, what was your experience? What did you like about it? They will ask you those kind of general personal questions just to get an idea of who you are. They will also ask things like, do you have a tattoo? If so, please explain, just to make sure that it's within the whole Disney look requirement. They might also ask you questions like, if a guest walks up to you and asks you about your small hometown that you're from in Germany, what would you tell them? Or what is your most favorite tradition in Germany? Or what about something that most people don't know about Germany, something that is not as popular as like the Autobahn and the beer? Tell them something else. In this part of the interview, all the Disney cast member wants to see is your personality, because they want to make sure that when they hire you, they have somebody representing not only their country, but also representing Disney while they're working. So you don't need to be all extroverted. You can be introverted, that's no big deal, but you always have to answer every single question. Don't give them like one-word answers. Talk to them a little bit more, give them an idea of your personality. You don't have to be loud and outspoken and throw confetti like some of us. Even if you're shy and an introvert, don't worry, just talk to them, smile, keep always a smile on your face, and then answer the questions in full sentence. Once they have an idea of who you are as a person, they will ask you questions that are more work related, like, are you comfortable working, or are you okay working weekends, holidays, overtime? Are you able to carry heavy things? Because sometimes you really have to lift heavy things up. And are you willing to do that? Are you willing to follow the guidelines of the Disney look? That's always a big topic. So they want to make sure that you know what to expect and that you are okay with it, and not show up and be like, oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to work on Saturdays, because you will be working on Saturdays. The cast member will also ask you what role you would prefer. Is it merchandise? Is it food and beverage? Or for some other countries, is it attraction? They will also ask you what day you are available to start your program. So before applying or while applying, it says in the application that they're currently looking, for example, for cast members anywhere between April and December 2019. So they will ask you in detail when you are available. So you tell them, and based on that, they know it, they put it in their system, and they know when they can maybe possibly schedule you for an arrival. So when should you expect an answer from Disney? Here is the thing. Do not contact Disney and ask for an answer and push them or anything like that. They are a professional company. They have their schedule. You will hear back from them. They will sort of reply based on the fact how early available you are. So if you told them that you're available in December, of course they're gonna start sending out letters to or emails to people who are available in April 1st. So my friend, for example, had to wait almost a whole month. However, her friend, she heard back after not even a week, simply because she was available early in 2019, and my friend was only available around May, April 2019. So they first took care of the ones available ASAP. Obviously, at some point during the interview process, when to expect an answer from them. Once you get an email, they either offer you a job or they put you on the wait list. I don't understand the whole wait list situation, so I'm not going to talk about it. I just know there is one. But most people get either accepted or some not, I guess. But if you get accepted and if you get that email from Disney telling you congratulations, it will have the arrival date that Disney has scheduled for you, and it has the role that Disney has put you in. So these are the two major informations that you will receive when you're getting your offer letter. All right, that's it for this time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this video was super helpful for anybody ever going through a Disney interview as culture rep, no matter the country. Good luck to every single one of you. So if you have any kind of question related to that topic and I haven't covered it here in this video, feel free to comment down below with your question. I don't care if it's in German or English, just whatever you're comfortable with, but I will try my best to help out as much as I can. So make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for weekly videos on tips and tricks on how to save time, money, and a lot of stress while having the most magical year of your life. Also make sure to follow me on Instagram because I'm sharing more personal pictures and videos and everything like that when it comes to working and living here in Orlando, Florida for Disney World. So make sure to follow me, and I'll see you next week here on YouTube. Bye bye.